Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to this live stream. So, as everybody knows, or most of you probably know, hopefully, I'm in quarantine right now. Still am. I'm currently on day 4. Day 5 will be tomorrow, and then I get tested on the Wednesday, which I guess will be day 6 technically, and then hopefully my test. I got an email from. So when I arrived here in Grand Cayman on Thursday, it was Thursday afternoon. They attach this bracelet on you, which tracks your location. They give you a phone, which is plugged in over there because you need to make sure it's charged. Give you a phone. They give you this bracelet, which you have to leave on yourself for the entire quarantine time. But yeah, you get tested at the end of your quarantine. So I got email from, it's called Travel Cayman, which is the entity that that supervises quarantining and the residents returning and work permit holders who are returning who are quarantined. They watch over your quarantine to make sure you don't break quarantine, which is a big one. Make sure everything is in compliance. So I'll get tested Wednesday morning. I got an email a couple of days ago saying that I'll be tested Wednesday morning. I have to go to this, I think it's the South Sound Community Center, which I was really shocked. I thought they would send someone to test you at your location. And instead of they're saying for you, if you have a car, that you need to drive to this place to get tested, and that they're trusting you to just drive there, don't have any contact with anybody else, which seems a little odd. But yeah, our car is with, Gabby has it, so right now I don't have a car, so they'll arrange transportation for me, which they'll pay, which is nice. So they'll take me there and back, get tested, and then I'll get the results in the afternoon. I'm 100% positive it'll be 100% sure it's going to be negative. Don't want to say positive. It's going to be negative. So I'll get the results hopefully in the afternoon. And then if everything's okay, I'll be allowed to leave and be able to exit my front door, which would be great. Sorry, guys, I'm just sharing my link. Hopefully everybody's having a wonderful day. My day's been very quiet, very boring, as you can imagine. Only so much I can do. It's just very boring. I miss Gabby, first of all. She's at her friend's place, but it's just very lonesome, and I miss her so much. And I look forward to seeing her very soon. But yeah, it's been super quiet. But hopefully Wednesday I'll be free. Sorry, give me a second. I'm just trying to share it. Man, 0 people? Come on. Drinking my favorite Red Stripe, which Gabby left me. Thank you, my love. I have a lot of content from Honduras, which I was there for like a day and a half, I guess. That'll be coming out, I think, in the next few days. There's a lot to edit. I'm trying to post this video that I forgot to post when I was in in the countryside in Ontario. I lost my nice sunglasses. Oh my gosh, what a disaster. I lost my really nice pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, which is just super unfortunate. Like, I have these other pair of sunglasses, which are like kind of red. All these ones right here. They're like $5-10. I should have worn those instead of my nice sunglasses. And I had them on my shirt, not this shirt, but another shirt. And I was, evading branches and kind of bending over, and they were on my shirt and fell off. And I lost them. I actually found them once and I lost them again. I couldn't find it again. So that was super disappointing. I had those sunglasses for about maybe like 2 years or so. But yeah, it's tough. But yeah, back to the issue at hand, quarantining. Hopefully, by September, October, that this won't be required if you're doubly vaccinated and you produce a negative test. Because right now it's still mandated by the government. Even if you're vaccinated, you qualify for the 5-day quarantine. Like, I can imagine doing 14 days quarantining. I think 14 days would be just, I just can't believe, I couldn't fathom it. Like, I know people have done it, like both my parents have done it and my sister, and I just can't imagine doing that. 14 days would be too much. Even 5 days, like right now, it's just like boredom sits in, and I'm just looking forward to seeing Gabby. First of all, that's the most important thing, is to see her. But right now, it's just, you just kind of trying to kill the hours and the days. You try to keep busy. I've been watching a lot of Breaking Bad, which is a good series. Doing other things, but tomorrow I'll try and clean up the place a little bit, get ready for when Gabby comes back. Because right now, if she looked at the current state of the apartment, she would not be happy. Because when I got here, everything was fantastic. Like, I'm so blessed and honored to have her in our life. And like, when I came home, everything was like so clean and tidy. I'm sure she will say to you that I'm not the most organized person. I'm fairly clean, but I'm not really organized. So the state of this table is like a lot of things on this table. I saw the news say that everyone's concerned about this Delta variant, which is like ravaging the whole world pretty much. And, I think the key for that is to get vaccinated. I hope people here get the opportunity to get the vaccines, because, the borders can't be closed forever. Hopefully they will eventually open the borders here, because this island needs, I think, tourism is a big proponent of the island. Oh, by the way, I think I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I did this interview with this fellow YouTuber named The Real Money GPS. I think I posted a link already to our Facebook page. But if you haven't seen already, check out the link. I kind of talk about the Cayman Islands and how we've been affected by COVID and all the downfalls from that, like the increase in crime, lack of jobs and all that. So if you haven't checked out that video, you should do so. I thought I spoke well. I was a little bit nervous, to be honest with you, but I think it all went pretty well. It was a great opportunity. This guy just found me, because he was searching Cayman Islands and YouTube, and then searched kind of lifestyle. And he found our channel, and he contacted me. And then I was in Canada at the time, and I couldn't really. I don't really. I knew I was coming back here for 5-day quarantine, so I had a lot of time on my hands. So I said, when I get back, we can do the interview. And nice fella, he contacted me, and we did this interview. Hello, Second Horizon. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining us. So he contacted me, and then we did the interview, and the next day he posted it, and I thought it went quite well. I was very honored to be on that on his channel, and it definitely helped me a lot, because a lot of his subscribers subscribed to my channel, which I'm very grateful of. So for anybody who's new to this channel, welcome again. My name is Evan. I've been living here in Grand Cayman for about 6 years. My fiance, Gabby, she's been here for almost 3 years. And my channel is all about our life in Cayman, what the island has to offer and all that. So hope you enjoy my content. And if you have any questions ever, you can always contact me. If you want to comment on the videos, or you contact me via email or social media, that's fine. Yo. Second Horizon, where are you watching from, my friend? It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining us again. Jupiter, Florida, right? Jupiter, Florida, is that correct? I've never been to Jupiter. It's on the Atlantic side of Florida, if I'm correct, right? The planet. Okay. So you're a Martian or an alien. Hello, Shafi. Yeah, that's correct. I did the interview a couple of days ago. Hopefully you enjoyed the, I thought the interview went well, but thank you for watching. Appreciate you coming on. Yeah, I thought the interview went quite well. Yeah, the Caymans is a beautiful place. You know, tourism has been hit quite hard from the border closure, and hopefully we get it back and rock and rolling soon. Because a lot of locals rely heavily on tourism to support them. So I truly hope that the government announced the border opening for September 19th, but that's contingent on the vaccination of the population here to reach 80%. So that's going to take a while, because right now we're at 70%, and the people who are left are the ones who don't want to get the vaccine. So it's I'm not sure what we're going to do, or what the government's going to do. Yeah, definitely. The relations between locals and tourism is a delicate balance. Yeah, I would agree. Tourism here is, the one thing that brings in people is 7 Mile Beach, which is the main stretch of beach, which you saw in the intro video on that interview, which I go to quite often. That's where the majority of my videos take place. It's a beautiful beach, and that what attracts people here. It's a lovely beach. Hopefully you can come one of these days. Yeah, like if you want to operate a business here, you need to first of all have a commanding local partner. An expat can't just solely create a business here. You need to have a commanding partner. Oh, but you're saying I should. Wait, let me read this. Oh, I think I understand your point. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea, Shafi. Thank you for the recommendation. What was I talking about before? 7 Mile Beach is the main reason people come here. It's the main touristic spot. It's a beautiful beach. Unfortunately, now though, a lot of places on 7 Mile Beach are disappearing because I guess you could say global warming, maybe man caused. We've had serious beach erosion, so it's going to definitely affect a lot of hotels and condominiums on different parts of the beach. Because the place I used to work at, we have a Marriott resort here called the Grand Cayman Marriott Beach Resort, which I used to work at for 4 years actually. And right now the beach is gone. The water is just taking away the sand, and it could be because the building is built too close to the ocean, perhaps. Some people think it's just global warming, that the rising sea levels or the water just took it away. So I've shown that on my few of my videos maybe a few months ago, but it's quite sad. Yeah, we're just hoping here. For myself, I work in tourism. I work at a hotel here, a new hotel I'm starting at called Hampton by Hilton. Before I used to work at the Ritz Carlton. Before that, at the Marriott Hotel, which are two of the biggest hotels on the island. Both hotels have been affected very dramatically from the border closure because this island relies heavily on tourists, especially from the United States. Because our geographical location, we're very close to the U.S. Like Miami is only an hour and a half away. Cayman is south of Cuba, west of Jamaica. 3 islands make up the Cayman Islands. Grand Cayman, which is the biggest island, is where I live on. And then we have the 2 smaller sister islands, Little Cayman and Cayman Brac. Yeah, they should have built. There's some places that are built not as close to the shoreline. Like for instance, if you we have the Westin, which is one of the bigger hotels here too, and it's built more like back from the shoreline, and their beach has not been impacted at all. It's a really big hotel, but they got a big beach there. So yeah, this island is like they have 7 Mile Beach, but there's other things you can do. I think primarily people come to this island just to relax on the beach. We're also known for our scuba diving. But the other side of the island, the most of the population lives in Georgetown and the 7 Mile Beach corridor, which I live in the West Bay. But if you go more east to the eastern districts, it's very lessly populated and more. The infrastructure is not as good, and it's more kind of natural Cayman, I would say. But yeah, because this island is very flat. It's not very. I would say it's not very scenically beautiful because it's very flat. There's no like mountains or hills or jungles. We just have like mangroves and beaches. When they say Christopher Columbus discovered this island, and they said at the time that it was overcome with turtles because they called it Las Tortugas. And apparently the mosquito population. Yes, that's correct. King George, not George Washington. Yeah. If you go into Georgetown, there's kind of a historic site where Fort George used to be. And yeah, they have these like kind of old cannons they have there. Yeah, Georgetown is the capital of Grand Cayman. It has a lot of jewelry shops, and that's where if you come on a cruise ship, you'll get dropped off right on the port of Georgetown. It's not the most nice. It's like has a lot of banks and businesses and jewelry shops and all of that. So it's not the best place to go to, but if you come on a cruise, you get dropped off there, and they have a lot of kind of touristy shops, and they have a lot of jewelry shops like Kirk Freeport, which is where my fiance worked at. It's a local jewelry shop. They sell watches and earrings and anything related to jewelry they sell. So, but yeah, the 7 Mile corridor is where 7 Mile Beach is, which is very nice. Of course, the beautiful white sand. I love the red stripe. It's one of my favorites. Oh yeah, always enjoy the red stripe. We have other beers here, like local beers from the Cayman Islands Brewing Company, but because we have a big Jamaican community here, because Jamaica is very close. It's like 45 minutes away, so it's a big Jamaican community. So we have red stripe everywhere. So, but me, I like it quite a bit. And there's local beers, Cayman Islands Brewing Company, which make there's 2 beers that they make which I quite enjoy: K-Brew and White Tip. They're very similar to Red Stripe, but Red Stripe is very unique. These are kind of like stubby bottles. Yeah, Carl, they're okay. I like White Tip more than K-Brew. I would say if I rank them from like 1 to 3, I say Red Stripe, White Tip, K-Brew. K-Brew is not for me, especially if it's in a bottle. It always gives me a headache the next morning. If it's in draft, it's a lot better. So, but yeah, if you go to restaurants, local beers, K-Brew, White Tip. I guess Red Stripe is kind of local. It's from Jamaica, which is like our neighbor to the east. So And the Cayman Island Brewing Company is located in, I think, Savannah or Prospect. It's if you ever come here, you should definitely go for a tour there. They do brewery tours, and they just recently renovated the whole brewery, so it's much more of an experience. Yeah, I hope so. Even before that, I really hope so, because me and my fiance Gabby are getting married in January, and we're still waiting on the border situation, because right now it's not very they haven't, like, they're waiting for the 80% vaccination rate, and that's going to take forever. Like right now, like me and Gabby got our vaccines back in like the beginning of the year. Like I got mine in January and February. The people who are not vaccinated right now are people who are more locals, I guess, but they don't care for it. That's a very good question, Shafi. Yeah, we do have Airbnb, but I'm not sure if people do that a lot here. I'm not, to my knowledge, I'm not really sure. But real estate has there's been a surge in real estate prices from what I've been reading. I know some people in the real estate industry on this island, and a lot of people from overseas have been buying property here because they've seen that it's a safe environment. Very affluent island, of course. The taxation thing also is a big interest for people to come here. So I met a couple when I used to work at the Ritz. They were quarantining with us. They're an elderly couple in their 60s, maybe 70s, and they were from Vancouver, where I'm from, and they sold everything there, moved here. They were like, screw Canada, screw taxes, screw Justin Trudeau, and they came here and they bought a place. I think a nice place. I haven't seen them yet though, because the island's quite small. Generally, you run into people at supermarkets or in town or wherever, but I haven't yet to run into them. But a lot of people have been buying real estate here, and even in our sister islands too, like Little Cayman and Cayman Brac, where I think the real estate there is a little bit cheaper. Like if you want to buy just the land, it's a lot cheaper. Here in Grand Cayman is the most expensive. But if you want to buy like in the eastern districts, you'll pay less. If you want to buy land or buy a house where I live right now, it's more expensive. So, but yeah, I'm not really, to answer your question, I'm not really sure. I think people have done that, but I'm not sure if like a lot of people have done that for like business or to increase their income. So hopefully that answers your question. Where are you watching from, Shafi? And Carl Matthews, are you the one from Canada? Yeah. So right now, you're in Toronto. Okay. Cheers. I was just there. I was born in Mississauga, but yeah, I grew up in. Yeah, Carl from Edmonton, is that correct? Yeah, so the work permit situation here is this. Yeah, a lot of places right now are hiring just locals and permanent residencies, people with permanent residency. So right now, if you want to get a job in Cayman, you have to be really qualified and just have the right opportunity. Because right now it's very tough for folks to get work permits here, and for the government to issue a work permit, because right now they're trying to focus on the local population, which I agree to, but a lot of the government is primarily focusing on the locals, so it's really hard to get a work permit, and it takes a while too. So yeah, I know a lot of people who have left the island who have went back to their respective countries because when the borders closed, there was no sense income here. Like especially a lot of people from the Philippines, they all packed their bags and left because they generally send a lot of their money home to support their families. But when the borders closed, a lot of them went back to the Philippines, and same for people from like India or Europe, South America too. Everybody left, which was sad. So we saw a big exodus of what I primarily think is the middle class, but we still have a middle class, but I think it's a lot smaller. But right now, you can definitely realize that the difference between the higher and lower classes here in Cayman. So, okay, last work at the Kimpton Sea Fire. What did you do there, Carl? Kimpton's a beautiful hotel. I can see it right now from my window. It's a lovely hotel. It's probably I would say it's the nicest hotel on the island. The Ritz is getting renovated, so the Ritz should look really nice when they open in November, December. But the Kimpton is nice. It opened back in 2017. Okay, I've been to Avasita. It's a good restaurant. They do like kind of tapas foods, right? So I quite enjoyed it. It was good. We there's the restaurant on the water, Coco Lobo. We've been there a few times. It's nice. But yeah, if you're trying to get a job here in Cayman right now, it's tough. You need to wait for the borders to open up. And once the borders open and once there's demand for tourism, places will be hiring more, which means they'll probably hire more expats. Right now, all the job postings I'm seeing are for Caymanians or if you have status. So it's very tough to get a work permit here, unfortunately. A lot of even in Canada and the States, they're opening their borders, they're reducing the quarantine now to none. So I really hope that Cayman can follow suit. Even Turks and Caicos Islands have opened their borders, and they all went. Turks and Caicos. They opened their borders and they're allowing tourism in, and they've been doing all the protocols that they have to. If you're traveling there, you have to fill out a form and you have to provide a negative test, and you have to show you're vaccinated. And why can't we do that here? It seems pretty simple. Yeah, definitely, Shafi. Yeah. Oh, you live in Turks and Caicos too? Damn. I know a lot of people who are living in Turks and Caicos right now because they opened the Ritz there, and it's a beautiful hotel. And it's a beautiful island, beautiful islands too. It's very similar to the Cayman. I think less developed. Recommend reading for those who this island. Don't stop the carnival. Okay, thank you, Second Horizon. I will definitely write that down. Thank you for recommending that. Yeah, you prefer Cayman? Yeah, I like Cayman. I've never been there, so I guess I can't really judge. But from what I've seen, it seems fairly similar. I also remember reading something or hearing something that Turks and Caicos was trying to become part of Canada, like another province. But that didn't happen, unfortunately. I wish it did. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I know a lot of people who've, especially when the Ritz is when they went under renovation, they were giving the options to their staff to, take vacation, come back. But a lot of them resigned, like myself, and we found other jobs. So, Just Fanatic 288. Yeah, I got 43 more subs till 1K. Yeah, I know it's been crazy after that video with the Real Money GPS. My channel has really grown, and thank you for all who subscribed. If you're watching right now, thank you very much. I really support it. I really appreciate it, and hopefully you enjoy my content, and I'll keep you around. So that is a myth, Carl. Oh, where did I hear it from? Maybe it is. Mr. Michael Andrews, welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing today? Oh, okay. Yes, Gaming King. Cheers. Yeah, it's affordability is crucial. It's especially right now, a lot of jobs have been lost, but a lot of places like in Canada are rehiring, but especially hospitality, people don't want to go back in that industry. They found maybe different industries to find jobs in, so it's really tough. People don't want to go back into that line of work because they don't think it's that's good to hear, Michael. Sit back, have a beer, enjoy the live stream with me. Thank you for joining us again. You're from Nashville, is that correct? Tennessee, or somewhere else? Canada needs to be frozen and then thawed. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that, but okay. I haven't seen the snow in a couple of years. I don't really miss that. I have been to Smith Cove. I've been to Smith Cove tons of times. You kidding me? I've had a lot of my videos of Smith Cove, but I'll definitely go there again. It's one of the first places I ever went when I came here. I used to go there quite a bit. Yeah, some hockey would be nice. Where I was at my dad's place in the country in Ontario, we have like a big barn, and they used to fill it in the wintertime. He would create a skating rink inside the barn, which was awesome. So we used to like play hockey in there. My friends from the area. Oh, Kentucky. Shit, my bad. Are you in Louisville? I always wanted to go that. I've never been to that area of the States. Never been to Kentucky or Tennessee. But yeah, Chess Fanatic. I love Smith Cove. It's one of my favorite spots. Hello, Johnson Williams. That's a very good question. I think it's affected everybody's mental health, to be honest with you. During the beginning of when we had lockdown here in the island, we couldn't see anybody. We couldn't go anywhere. Everybody was forced to stay inside. So to answer your question, for sure, it's affected my mental health, and I think it's affected a lot of people's mental health. So it's more of the, because people say that COVID has affected our, less money because we lost jobs, but it's affected more of our mentality, right? So, but to answer your question, yes, I think it has affected our mental health. And like I remember at the beginning when we were in lockdown here, you couldn't see people, you had to stay away from people, only ones in your household. It was pretty sad times. I lost my job. I was unemployed for about 5-6 months. Luckily, Gabby, my fiance, was working. She still was working in the same place, Kirk Market. So she was working, which was fantastic for us. But for me, I was out of a job, which really sucked. But luckily, I got called back a few months later. But yeah, it hasn't been good. Hopefully, I think the only way to kind of surpass COVID is people getting vaccinated. Out of the people who are watching, have you guys gotten vaccinated? What's your idea on that, if I may ask? So I've had my 2 shots of the Pfizer a few months now, back in February. But yeah, it's been a tough year. It's been a tough years. Yeah, like everyone is like when the pandemic happened, or when it started, people were who work in the office, for instance, like my father, he's not working at home, so everybody was forced to stay at home. No social contact. People like to talk to people. Am I wrong? I like to socialize. I like to see my friends and have some laughs, of course. And when that's acts, it's like devastating for people. It's very sad. You can't see your friends, your family. Like when I was back home, I saw my aunt for the first time in like maybe 2-3 years, and when I looked at her, I was like, I don't recognize you, because she grew out her hair, and I never seen her in my whole life with long hair, and she has like long hair now. Before, she had very short hair. 2 shots of Moderna. Nice. Yeah, I actually got really sick from my second shot of the Pfizer. I got really sick, like I had the flu. Like I remember I got the vaccine, the second shot of the vaccine in the morning, like around 9 o'clock. And as I was leaving work at like 5:30, I started to feel kind of unwell, and I got home and I went to bed early. I just woke up with a huge fever and like kind of a headache and body aches, and it was like I had the flu, and it was just terrible. It was really, really not well. So thankfully that only lasted for like maybe a day and a bit, and then I was able to I got back to normal. But I wasn't the only one. A lot of people at my work who got the first and second doses, they felt the same way, and I think a lot of people too. But when I got the first shot, it was okay. Slight like a little bit achy where I got the shot, but I was fine. Second shot, really killed me. So it really did me in, that's for sure. Have you, so Carl, you're right now in Alberta, right? Lake Louise. Have you noticed the wildfires there from BC? Has that affected your area at all? Or when I was driving, I flew via Kelowna back to Toronto, and the smoke there is terrible. Yeah, I think everybody reacts differently to these vaccines. Everybody's had different kind of side effects. But yeah, for me, it wasn't too bad. Okay. Yeah, the smoke's super bad. Like my mom, who's in Shuswap, Lake Shuswap, which is like near kind of Kamloops and Kelowna, and it's just terrible there. Like these fires this year has been very, very difficult. Another thing of global warming, perhaps, rising ocean levels, lack of rain, because in Vancouver and the interior has been like no rain, and Ontario, it's been really rainy. They need to send that rain out west. So, Mr. Marlin signing in. Cheers, buddy. Wagwan, General. I'm drinking your nation's finest. You're in Sicamous. Okay, that's very close to my stepfather's place. He's in Sorrento. I believe there's a wildfire in Sicamous, which is not too far. So you've been to Salmon Arm, or I like to call it Salmon Armpit. Armpit. No, it's a nice town. Don't get me wrong. That's why my mom calls it the Salmon Armpit. Yeah, I love the red stripe, man. So Marlon, how's your day going so far? Thank you for joining us this evening. Hope everything's doing well. Yeah, it's not good. They have this one place though in Salmon Arm called the Barley Station. It's kind of like a brew pub. They make their own beer, kind of like it's a pub, but they make their own beer. I like it quite a bit. I haven't been there. Fortunately, I didn't get the chance to go to the Salmon Arm this past trip, but I've been there before. It's a nice restaurant, probably the nicest one they have there in the town. Yeah, I'm doing good, sir. Thank you, Marlon. I'm on day 4 of quarantining, so I got another. Tomorrow will be day 5. Wednesday is day 6. I get tested Wednesday morning, 9:10 a.m. is my appointment time, and then I should get the results in the afternoon, and I'll be free to leave my front door and say freedom. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing Gabby too on Wednesday. Give her a big kiss and hug and hold her dear, hold her tight. So yeah, it's been I was saying to the other guys earlier, it's been a tough time quarantining for 5 days. I couldn't imagine doing the whole 14-day quarantine. Oh my gosh. It's been too much. So yeah, this quarantine business is just brutal. But I guess it's necessary, better safe than sorry. I guess I could be carrying the virus, but I'm doubly vaccinated. I got the Pfizer vaccine, which I think is the best vaccine. I got the Pfizer vaccine, which I think is probably the best vaccine you can get out right now. Quarantine 40 days under old Venice maritime laws. So you quarantine for 40 days? I don't understand. If you can clarify that, Second Horizon. Thank you, sir. But yeah, it's just been a tough go of it, I started my new job on the 9th, which is exciting. It'll be next week, Monday. Oh, yes, that's right. I've actually heard that before. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Second Horizon. Yeah, quarantine. Yeah. But yeah, the island is so the hotel is Hampton by Hilton. It's used to be the old Comfort Suites Hotel, right by the Marriott. That's where it's located, right by the Marriott. So it's been ongoing construction, and it's going to be open fairly soon. Yeah, looking forward to joining the team and starting a new job, new hotel. Probably need to trim back this beard a little bit and maybe get a little haircut. Gabby's my my barber. We got like a little barber kit here, so give me a little trim. So, but yeah, it should be good. I just hope that again, border situation is pretty key for this hotel as well. A lot of hotels have been struggling, like no tomorrow. Restaurants too. Restaurants have been killed. A lot of places have been closed down over the past year and a half, like Calico Jack's, which is a restaurant just down by Public Beach. You go there now, it's they have a fence around it. It's like vacant and it's terrible. I wish that hopefully. Yeah, definitely, Shafi. Hopefully, borders can open everywhere. This whole pandemic has just been everyone's over it. It's like, come on, let's move. Yeah, I love Calico's too, Carl. It's a great place. I miss it a lot. Yeah, they were nice staff. Like a lot of them actually Canadians too. But yeah, me and my dad used to go there quite a bit when he used to come down here. It's a good walk from the Marriott or from where he used to stay. We'd walk there and have a rum punch, and it was good for like when the cruise ship guests cruise ships would come in. Their guests would get they get dropped off at the port of Georgetown, and then most of them would go to 7 Mile Beach, but a lot of them went to where Calico's was because they had like the public beach there. They had chairs and they had the restaurant there. So the restaurant did pretty good over the past years. Like, wow, they did amazing. It's a well-known establishment, and it's gone forever. I'm not sure what's happening if they are going to reopen. I think they will eventually use that land. I'm not sure for what though. So, and even Royal Palms too. Carl, I'm not sure if you remember that Royal Palms, right by the Marriott too. But they don't have any beach anymore. The beach is just like washed away. Yeah, Dart's going to redevelop that area probably. You're right. Yeah, it's going to redevelop it soon. So, yeah, it's Dart is a company that I actually work for Dart. They own the Cayman Bay area, which is like the shopping area. For those of you who don't know, Cayman Bay is like our shopping area. They have like restaurants, fine dining. They're like one of the biggest employers on the island. Yeah, the beach is totally gone there. It's totally gone. Well, I've been there recently, but I just saw a video today, and I'm pretty sure the beach is non-existent. So very sad. The whole area, like from like Royal Palms to the Marriott, that whole beach area is like non-existent. Very sad. Very sad. Yeah, like the places that haven't lost any beaches, like the Westin, maybe the Ritz a little bit, but kind of the middle part of 7 Mile Beach is still quite big, but it's kind of like the outer parts. Yeah, definitely. The Marriott Beach definitely has come and gone throughout the years I've been here, at least. I remember when the borders closed down, the beach was huge, and then somehow it slowly went away. But I remember like initially when we had our lockdown and everything was closing down, and they were packing up everything there. The beach was actually quite big. Like it was actually really big, and I still have photos. Try and pull up one. I have a photo here that's like so that is the beach, the Marriott 2016 in May. So you can see how big that beach was. Crazy. And now the water is washing up on the steps there. So very sad, very sad. Like a lot of those condos there too, like the condo next to us called the Regal Beach Club. You know, same thing there. The water is like eroding their oceanfront property. Yeah, I was born in Mississauga, but I grew up like I lived for a bunch of years, Walker and Young, and I went to Trent University, where I went to university. I haven't been to Mississauga in a long time. No, because my dad's been coming here for vacation for maybe like 15 years now. So I've been here. I came here maybe 3 times or 2 times before I actually moved here to work. And so I knew the area a little bit. And after I graduated school, like university in 2014, I was thinking like, what should I do? Then like my dad was mentioned to me, like, why don't you like try and work somewhere? And he said, oh, Grand Cayman. And so like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Because I kind of knew the area. My parents wanted me to go to a safe area, and they knew Cayman was very safe. So I applied at a few places and came in, like at the Ritz and the Marriott, and I got the job at the Marriott actually. And yeah, I got the job, and I came down. I arrived here and came in on October 28th of 2015. So yeah, I've been here ever since then. It's been an incredible ride. You know, I've met a lot of people here from a lot of different countries, nationalities. You know, Cayman's very unique for that reason because we have people from all around the world, which is quite nice. It's been an amazing time. I met Gabby here, which is the biggest thing I cherish. You know, I met her here. It'll be 3 years in October. So it's been an amazing time. It's a lovely area, lovely island. I hope everybody has a chance to come here in the future because it's quite nice, and it's not too far away from North America, from Toronto, from the US. So if you fly direct from Toronto to Cayman, it's 4 hours, I think, or maybe a little bit less. Or you can go through like what I've done in the past is Toronto to Atlanta, Atlanta to Cayman. It's like 2 hours each way via Delta. So yeah, Carl 7 Mile is definitely amazing. That's for sure. It's a lovely place, my friend. But yeah, it's crazy how over the past few years, you know, that beach has gone from a huge beach to nothing. So, and the Marriott just got a new general manager, the former resort manager who used to work at the Ritz. So he has his work cut out for him because I'm not sure. I don't think a lot of people would stay there if there's no beach. You know, it's unfortunately, I think that hotel has some issues with that beach. It's just like it's a losing battle, unfortunately. So yeah, we have to see. Hopefully, we get some guests back because a lot of guests who wanted to come here were kind of pissed off that we're not open and went to other islands like Turks and Caicos. Aruba has been open for a while. Bermuda too. So hopefully, we get some of our returning guests. So. Thank you, Shafi. Cheers, buddy. So the Cayman Island dollar is pegged to the U.S. dollar. So one Cayman Island dollar, CI, is worth $1.20 US. So it's pegged. It doesn't change. Like the Canadian to the U.S. dollar doesn't change. I'm not sure how that happened, how that was pegged at that price. But yeah, if you come here, you can pay in U.S. dollars, but you'll get CI back, the Cayman Islands dollar currency. You won't get U.S. change back, but places do accept U.S. currency, and a lot of ATMs offer U.S. currency. But if you pay in U.S., you'll get CI back. Hopefully that answers the question. Yeah, so like the Cayman Islands currency is like pretty much like the pound. It's the same kind of value as a pound, English pound sterling. So yeah, a lot of places pay in CI, but some places like the rest they pay in US dollars. Yeah, there was that port referendum a few years ago, but that was axed, and it's really never been brought forth again. In my opinion, I think that port does need to be redone. The main concern was, of course, environmentally, like it would damage the nearby reefs and the ocean marine life. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I don't think it's on the new government's agenda. It was on the past government's agenda, but then it got axed, and it really pissed off a lot of locals. So they kind of axed it, and it's never really brought back anything. So because they were trying to like lure bigger ships, because Cayman can only harbor certain ships. They can't really attract the bigger ships because they don't have the facilities to harbor those ships. So the reason they're trying to redo the port was to attract more cruise ship passengers, which I think the port's fine. It could do some improvements, because right now it's all about luring the person who will come here for a week. Instead of the person come here one day and don't spend very much at all, you want to try and lure those people, like the families, for instance, who come here for a week, and they'll spend a lot more money than like a family on a cruise ship coming for one day. You understand what I'm saying? So, I think it was really wrong for them to try and do that, whereas they could try and focus on stayover tourism. Like people will come here and spend like at least 5, 6, 7 nights or more, and they'll spend a lot more money. If you understand my meaning. But yeah, the port, there's been no talk about the port in recent months. It's definitely on the back burner. We got bigger fish to fry, as they say. So yeah, the first gay pride was on Sunday, I believe. I think it went pretty well. I think it was mostly attended by expats and people who are very liberal. And yes, the traditionally very conservative and religious Caymanians do not like it at all. Yeah, so I think it was the premier went, and the governor general, and certain other politicians, but definitely the lots of other people don't like it. And I don't think there was any violence or anything. No one was hurt at all, but there's definitely a big portion of the population that don't like it. How is safety in Cayman? Safety here is fine. There's been, I think there has been an increase in shootings and stabbings and thefts in the past few months, which I think has a direct correlation to the lack of jobs, maybe. But overall, safety here is fantastic. It's a very safe island. There's no major crimes here. We do get shootings, but it's nothing too much. It's not as bad as other places like Jamaica, for instance. I'm not sure about the the car insurance fraud. Yeah, that wasn't here. I'm not sure if that's the BVIs. I'm not really sure, Shafi. So spearfishing is illegal here, apparently. Apparently, though, you can get a license, but the only I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on this. I think it's only you can. I think you can get a license. I'm not really sure. I think you can get a license, but it's only offered to Caymanians. But no, it's not allowed here. It's not allowed here. From my understanding, it's not allowed, unfortunately. They do have a season for lobsters and conch and whelks. Like lobster is from like I think December till February or March. It's only 3 months long, and you can only take 2 per day. I went once last year. I went with one of our good friends. He's originally from here. He's a very good fisherman, and we were able to get some lobster. It was great. I love Caribbean lobster. It's the best. It's the best. And conch is amazing too. Conch stew, conch fritters. It's very nice. But yeah, Caribbean lobster. Oh, very good. Really good stuff. So, yeah, spearfishing is unfortunately is illegal here, I believe. I think people still do it, but if they get caught, it's a big fine. Yeah, like I want to go fishing again soon. The lobster, I want to try once the season for lobsters open again. I'd like to do that again because that was quite a bit of fun. I do remember the first time I tried to get a lobster. I was so like oblivious. I didn't know if it was in season or not. And apparently, the area that I was trying to grab this lobster was at Spots, and that's a no-go because it's a marine protected environment. So you can't take any lobsters, anything like that. But I was trying to grab with my hand, and they're spiny lobsters, and my fingers were just cut up, like the tops of my fingernails were just cut up because I had no gloves. I was such an idiot. I was like grabbing with my bare hands. I was like, oh, what am I doing? And I cut them up so bad. It really hurt. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I love my beer. Beer is my number one favorite drink. That and water. But yeah, beer is great. I love Red Stripe, and the beers back home I really enjoyed too. Like Canada has some good beers as well. There's also really some really good Canadian beers, or some Caribbean beers, not Canadian, but you understand my point. But hopefully next time I go to get a lobster, I'll have some gloves next time and be more aware because there's certain areas you can take them out, and some areas you can't. So you have to be very careful. You don't want to break any laws or do something that's illegal and someone report you to the police. So, Marlon, is there any regulations on like getting lobsters in Jamaica? Is it all year round? Is it like free season? Anytime you can go? Yeah, because I love Caribbean lobster. It's the best. But so expensive. I'm not sure. Okay, no worries. You can look that up. But yeah, lobster is the best. We have lobsters in Canada, like the Atlantic lobsters on the East Coast, and it's different taste. I would say the Caribbean lobsters are very the meat's sweeter. I'm not sure if I'm describing that correctly. It's like sweeter. I like it a lot though. Caribbean lobster is my favorite kind of lobster. But yeah, the Atlantic lobster is a little bit different texture, different flavor, not as sweet. Maybe because the water is colder there. It's like salmon. Like if you ever had salmon, like we have Atlantic salmon, and then on the West Coast we have Pacific salmon, and it's very different taste. That's good. All right, guys. It's been an hour, so I'm going to wrap this up probably momentarily. Any other questions or concerns you have for me, guys? More live, more taste. Yes, sir. That's for sure. All right, guys. I want to thank you for joining this live stream. Everybody's attended, Shafi and Carl and Marlon and Mr. Second Horizon and Chess Fanatic. All you guys, Mr. Michael Andrews, thank you for joining. Really appreciate you guys sticking with me for this hour. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Check out for new videos that come. I'm trying to post one right now. It's kind of a video that I forgot to post when I was back in Ontario, but it should be good. So check for that. That'll get posted hopefully very soon. Maybe it's posted right now. I'm not sure. I have to check. But thank you very much for joining, everybody. You guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you very soon. All right, guys. You guys take care. Thank you again for joining us. And yeah, my pleasure, Shafi. Anytime, my brother. Take care. Thank you, Carl. Take care, Marlon, Wagwan General. Take care, guys. Mr. Cayman, sign off for now. Thank you. Yeah, Carl, have a good evening. You take care, brother. All the best. You guys, we'll see you very soon. Soon I'll be out of quarantine. Yay. All right. Peace, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.